102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
From KJFM Radio, Eagle 102, high school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you the area's best girls and boys basketball action all season long. You can hear it all right here at 1021 and online at KJFMEagle102.net. High school basketball on Eagle 102.
Districts have arrived here on KJFM. Mark Fronick, Marianne Eberhardt in the Class 3 District 8 tournament from Winfield High School. We've got one game here from ladies opening round as Bowling Green gets ready to take on Wright City, and a beautiful facility here.
It is.
They've just kept upgrading and upgrading down here at Winfield High School, and a great host for this Class 3 District 8 tournament.
It's going to be a fun matchup today, Mark, and lots of basketball. If you're looking for something to do, 4 games here at Winfield. We'll talk all about it during the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And we're getting ready for Bowling Green and Wright City, the first game of the 2020 district tournaments, Class 3 District 8 tournament here from Winfield High School. Mark Fronick, Marianne Eberhardt, and this one was a very close one, a very low-scoring game the last time these two matched up.
Well, and that's what I was just looking at, Mark. It was a 23-22 win for Bowling Green, and really nobody got into double-figure scoring. We kind of saw a little bit of that even last night, not a lot of double-figure scoring going on. But the two seniors on the team, Kinley Charlton and Madeline Norton, led the team in scoring in that matchup, and we'll have to see how they've adjusted. Both teams obviously have played a lot of games since then. Both have, picked up some, wins along the way. Some pick up some injuries and some illness. So we'll have to see how differently these two teams look this time around.
And you bring that up. Bowling Green will be without Briley Sparks today, out with illness. And on the Winfield side, you've got the sophomore, number 21, Dayton Gurley. She has a cast on her left arm. And so she is not dressed out. And then the senior, Mercedes Ray, number 23 for Wright City, out in a walking boot. So she's not dressed out tonight as well. And that's two pretty big pieces, but let's not make any bones. This team is being built around the freshman, the 5'9" freshman, Jasmine Simpson, and she has been a breath of fresh air for a long, struggling Wright City program this season.
You'd seen her a couple times before I had the opportunity to see her, and boy, you were right on the money. She's quick. She's very versatile. She can, work from the outside easily, but she seems to like the inside, in the lane, in the paint, things of that nature. And one of the things I really noticed about her, she's really tough underneath the board, so getting those rebounds. I mean, she's feisty.
She would fit in very well in a Clopton system. Really quick hands, good defensively, and she's got a nice scoring touch.
She does. So we'll see how Bowling Green's Craig Smith is prepared to defend against that, because we watched several teams already this year that had trouble with it.
Yes, definitely, and we'll talk more about her in our keys to the game, which are coming up next on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bouquet Florist, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Shop Agent, and Orff Construction.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Insurance Agency can assist in all the insurance coverage you may need. With the proper insurance coverage, you can stop sweating the small stuff and enjoy life. Bowling Green Insurance Agency is one of the leading insurance agencies in the Pike County area. Give them a chance and they'll prove it. Call Fred Carlson and get a quote. Bowling Green Insurance Agency.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
I think for Bowling Green, like we said, the big key is stopping the freshman Jasmine Simpson. If you can nullify her, they don't have a whole lot as far as depth scoring goes on this Wright City team. So that is the biggest key for Bowling Green. They have to take care of the ball, though. They can't get themselves trapped into double-team situations. They've got to be crisp and quick with their passes and work that inside-out game. Their cuts have to be fast and find that space down low. We saw them working on it in practice yesterday, trying to get the easy buckets with a nice passing game. And they hope to do that against this Wright City team here tonight.
And really, Wright City is going to have to take advantage of, we talked about Jasmine's ability to rebound, but you're going to go against someone who's really stepped up this year. Looks like she's we saw her doing some weightlifting competitions and things of that nature in the offseason, and you're going to defend off of Kinley Charlton underneath the basket to get those rebounds. She's going to be under there, and she's not going to take no for an answer. She's not ready for her senior season to come to an end by any means either. So, you're going to basically have to do that. Plus, find a way to shut down the outside game. We also know that Madeline Norton can drain those three-point shots if she gets hot. She just knocked one down right here in practice. So really, they're going to have to figure out how to make them shoot from the inside, and then that brings in Liv Niemeyer, who has really stepped up for Bowling Green this season as well. And I tell you what, she's been probably the unknown factor if Bowling Green had one. They kind of feed it to her at that elbow, at that wing, or at that free throw line, and she's knocking them down left and right. So Wright City kind of has several different things they're going to have to watch if they're looking to win this basketball game. But Mark, regardless of whatever it is, we know it. We've seen it. Everybody's seen it all season long. You've got to make free throws.
Definitely, and that's something that Bowling Green has struggled with at times this season. Plus, having a bit of a drop-off when you put in a couple of bench players. They've got to be up to the task of coming into a high-pressure game here tonight. It's a young Bowling Green team. They do have veteran leadership. They've got to set the tone, and the youngsters have to come in and keep the pace going if you want to beat a team like Wright City here in the opening round. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate. We'll have our starting lineups for you next on Eagle 102.
District Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfurt Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Young Enterprises.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
And we'll start with the lineups for the number 5 seed Wright City Lady Wildcats. They'll start a 5'7" senior, number 2, Caitlin Johnson. A junior at 5'4", number 5, Emily Chanel. Junior at 5'7", number 10, Abby Raines gets the start tonight. 5'6" senior, number 11, Kelsey Capstick. And a 5'9" freshman, number 20, Jasmine Simpson gets the start tonight. So again, it's Johnson, Chanel, Raines, Capstick, and Simpson for Wright City. For the number 4 seed Bowling Green Lady Cats, they're coached by Craig Smith. They'll start a 5'9" senior, number 11, Madeline Norton. Number 22 gets the start tonight, a 6' senior, Kinley Charlton. Number 25, a 5'11" senior, Morgan Billings. Number 32, 6' senior, Liv Niemeyer. And number 33, a 5'11" freshman, Gracie Dieters. So again, for Bowling Green, it's Norton, Charlton, Billings, Niemeyer, and Dieters. And those are your starters.
Well, let's talk about the other games going on here today, Mark. Of course, this is the kickoff to this tournament here today at the 11 o'clock matchup. The 12:30 matchup, number 1, Lutheran St. Charles going to take on number 8, Christian, followed by number 2, Herman, facing number 7, host Winfield. And then rounding out the day, number 3, Montgomery County, the EMO Conference champions, will take on number 6, North Callaway. That game's slated to start right around 3:30. So it's a big day full of basketball here in Winfield. If you don't have anything going on, it's a beautiful day to take a trip down 47 and pop in and check out some great basketball. This is another one of those districts that's really heavy talent-wise.
It is on both the boys and girls brackets. The 4-5 matchup in this one could be, a later round 1-2 matchup later on in the week, or a 1-3 matchup. So this is a stacked district on both sides, and these teams better be prepared for a battle if they want to continue on to Tuesday and beyond in this district week. Speaking of later in the week, Monday we'll have a lot of basketball coming up, starting here at Winfield.
That's right. Another 4-5 matchup, but this time it's kind of flipped. Bowling Green Bobcats will be the 5 seed. They'll take on number 4, Herman, which again is a rematch of the Montgomery County Invitational Tournament Championship game. That's at 3:30. Then at 5, it's number 1, Christian, taking on number 8, Wright City. Follow that by number 2, Montgomery County. Again, EMO Conference champs, taking on number 7, North Callaway. And then the nightcap here on Monday night is number 3, host Winfield, taking on number 6, Lutheran St. Charles. Now, of course, after the Bowling Green boys game, we will jump to Clopton, where the Class 2 District 5 kicks off action at Clopton High School. The games begin with host number 2, Clopton, taking on number 7, Van Far. Number 7, Van Far. That game is at 4 o'clock, so we'll go back and forth and give you some updates on that. Follow that by number 3, South Shelby, taking on number 6, Silex. And then the 7 o'clock game, number 1, Paris will face number 8, Louisiana. And then rounding out the night, the actual nightcap, and it's almost a true nightcap this time. It's an 8:30 start with the number 4, Ellsbury, taking on number 5, Mark Twain.
We have about 2 minutes to go before we tip this one off. Actually, they'll probably have 2 minutes, and then they'll have the introductions. But we'll take our final break here on the pregame show. Come back with district basketball after this on Eagle 102.
Coverage of area district tournaments on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Center Locker Service, County Market in Vandalia, and Advanced Eye Care.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Service.
About a minute and a half to go. The team's going to their benches now for some last-second instruction ahead of the introductions here. Both the Wright City and Bowling Green fans are on either side of us. You would think, maybe they'd put them on opposite sides of the court.
We kind of feel like Switzerland.
We will plant our flag here at center court for this opening round game. And I don't know if we're even going to have they are going to do introductions. I see Robert James down below with the microphone, and we're just about ready to start things off here at Winfield High School.
And speaking of Robert James, of course, Mark, we want to thank Robert for being such a great host here with us. We have spent a lot of years with Robert, for whether it's been at Silex or here at Winfield, and we appreciate them opening their doors and making us feel right at home.
They always do a great job, and very hospitable down here at Winfield. As the teams get ready to be introduced, again, this is the only game we're doing today, but a full night of basketball on Monday, starting with the pregame show at 3:15 Monday afternoon. I am.
You're excited, aren't you?
I'm going to have to get up early.
Yeah, no kidding. And I'm not.
Yeah.
So I just want to rub that in. But I'll be up late. Well, no, you'll be up late too. Never mind.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that
other
thing you call a job.
I might have time for a nap in there.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Depending on how things go on Monday for the Bowling Green boys.
And remember, we'll always have a full recap of scores on the scoreboard page at KJFM Eagle102.net and during Eagle 102 Sports every day beginning at 6 a.m. So you can keep up to date. If you'd like to keep up to date with the brackets, very easy to do. Again, go to KJFM Eagle102.net. Click on the tower over on the left-hand side that has the MSHSAA logo. It'll take you to our sports page, and then you can find the brackets there as well. So always no reason not to be able to keep up to date with the scores from around the area.
Everybody up, standing for the introduction for the Bowling Green Lady Cats.
And they did travel well today. We've got a big fan section for Bowling Green today. If they sit on the right side, I notice that we still have some others on the wrong side.
It's just the bibs.
Yeah, we won't point out that the coach, Kerry Bibb, and his family's on the wrong side of the gym. But hey,
we do have Robert Almejandro over there. He's like the lone guy in the middle.
He is, and I'm not sure who he's scouting for the simple fact that
it's Class 3.
It's Class 3, but it's Robert. He loves basketball, and he's just taking in some games.
Definitely, and 8 minutes are on the clock. The teams go to the circle at center court. It'll be Simpson jumping center against Kinley Charlton, 6-foot senior against 5'9" freshman. But it looks like the 6-foot senior is shorter than the 5'9" freshman.
Yeah, I feel like Kinley's a little taller than they give her credit for, and the other's a little shorter than what they say. Now, I do chuckle here just a little bit as our love of ADs, and Adam Falloon is one of the referees out there this morning, and so we look forward to always giving him a little bit of a hard time. He didn't give us an opportunity to do it last time, and I kind of gave him a hard time about that. If you're going to be out there, you at least got to give us something to poke fun at. He said, hey, no.
This is one of the few varsity gyms with windows. That's the reflection you see on the floor if you're watching at KJFM Eagle102.net. Bowling Green wins the opening tip, and we are underway in the Class 3 District 8 tournament. With it up top is Morgan Billings, comes to the near side for Charlton. Now back up top for Dieters. Dieters to the far side through Norton to Billings. Billings gave up her dribble, now passes it to the feet of Kinley Charlton. She gets it under control and gets it to Gracie Dieters. Up top again for Morgan Billings. Bounce pass, center of the lane. They kick it back out. Here's Dieters for three. Looks good, is good.
Boom, what a way to start the day. And I tell you what, we didn't talk about her a lot in the pregame, only because we wanted to wait and see what she was going to bring. Didn't want to. Sometimes we have a tendency to jinx our players, Mark, and we definitely didn't want to do that. But she's another one of those ones that she gets hot behind that three-point line, and they're going to have to figure out a way to shut her down. Plus, defensively, quick feet, quick hands. She's hard to stop.
Tried to get a jump on that pass. It wasn't there. They go to Shanuel on the far side. That's Emily. Bounce pass into the corner for Simpson. She takes it back out to Kelsey Capstick.
Man-to-man defense from the Lady Cats, and they're quick this morning. They're not still asleep.
Johnson to the near side. That shot is off the mark for Shanuel, and a rebound for Simpson. She goes off the glass too hard. Johnson fights for the rebound, and it's a tie-up with Dieters, and Dieters throws her to the floor.
That's one of those ones I always chuckle, say the get off me type thing. But no, just being competitive and holding on to the whistle. As soon as the whistle blows, they let go. And if you don't let go at the same time, you might end up on the court.
Gracie's small but mighty.
She kind of reminds me of Mighty Mouse.
Is that what you're going to call her?
I am. I may end up calling her that.
Shot short. Simpson the rebound. It goes off her out of bounds, but they say Bowling Green got a swipe in there. And we're down to 6:34 to go in the first quarter.
Winfield to inbound the basketball along the baseline.
They come all the way out to Shanuel at the point. She finds a little space in front of the free throw line, gets that one to fall. Emily Shanuel with the first 2 points for the Wildcats. 3-2, Bowling Green leads. Gracie Dieters with the ball. She has the bucket for the Bobcats. So near side for number 25, Morgan Billings. Billings drops it down low, and that pass is tipped and taken by the Wildcats.
And really, Niemeyer was looking for Billings there in the paint. Unfortunately, the pass just went in the wrong direction, ended up in the hands of Wright City.
Shanuel drives in, and she's fouled.
She's going to head to the free throw line, get to shoot 2. First foul of the night, and it's going to go on Liv Niemeyer.
6:02 to play in the first. They have got a huge scoreboard here, and that's new since the last time districts were played here a couple of years ago, and Shanuel hits the free throw.
It is very nice, and I tell you what, I'm not going to say that I would hate it if all the area schools were able to get one, because that would be just horrible.
Names all the players on the floor, their points and their fouls, and that's pretty cool. Shanuel, the rebound off the free throw miss to Simpson. Kicks it far side from inside the three-point line. That shot is short, and the rebound pulled down by Bowling Green's Morgan Billings. Gets it up to Norton. Madeline trying to find space on the far side. Goes baseline, tries to shoot, turns into a pass. That shot off the glass for Liv Niemeyer is good.
And we talked about her in the pregame show that, a lot of teams don't really defend her really well, and that's what she does when she gets those open looks.
She's kind of unassuming at that position. You don't take her seriously until she has double-digit points on the board. Here's Simpson. She goes to the hoop and puts it in. We're tied at 5.
Trading buckets back and forth, and that's kind of what we expected here in this basketball game, Mark, based on the close score in the last matchup.
Lob pass to the fingertips of Norton. Now near side. Billings tries to dribble. It's taken to the floor and tied up once and tied up again, and we'll have a jump ball with 5:06 to play in the quarter. Bowling Green has the arrow this time. And Gracie Dieters triggers the inbound play. They get it right down low. Shot was partially blocked. Dieters gets it back, and she'll dribble out.
And Dieters is one of those players you just never know where you're going to find her on the court. She could be outside that arc. She could be underneath the basket. She could be running that baseline, and you just can't find her.
Charlton to Dieters to the near side now for Billings. Billings bounce pass back for Gracie to the near side for Niemeyer. Her pass is blocked and taken by Simpson. Jasmine loses the handle, gets it back, doesn't have a dribble, so she has to go far side for it, and they'll regroup. Wright City with the ball with 4:30 to play in the quarter. Simpson to the hoop, and she lays it in. Wright City ahead for the first time.
And I tell you what, she weaved her way around that defense and was able to get that in there, but it took some talent there.
Bowling Green down 7-5 here in the early going. Here's Gracie Dieters. Had a look. Passes to the middle. Turnaround shot. Good. Kinley Charlton said, if I'm going to be this open, I might as well take it.
Yeah, and she really had to shoot over the top of the arms there as Wright City's defense, but she was able to put that shooter's touch on it and no problem.
With it is Raines. She comes back out to Simpson. Simpson drives, scoops it off the glass, and puts it in.
And unfortunately, I think Simpson's name's one we're going to hear all day today unless Bowling Green can find a way to get her into some foul trouble.
9-7, Wildcats lead. Bowling Green with the ball on the near side. Billings back up top for Dieters. Over to Norton at the far point. Skip pass back to the near side for Kinley Charlton. Charlton drives center of the lane. Forces that shot up, no good. Niemeyer gets the board into a triple team. Bounce pass across. That shot off the glass is good for Morgan Billings.
And the Lady Bobcats today have done a great job of playing unselfish basketball. They're really passing the ball around and getting it to the person who has the most open shot.
And now a charge called against Kelsey Capstick, going back the other way. She went in sideways and put a shoulder into the Bowling Green defender.
And Liv Niemeyer stood there, held her ground, and drew the charge.
Into the ball game for the first time is Kaylin Womack.
And then we've got another substitution coming in as, I'll let you say Emma's last name because we know I'll screw it up. She's going to give Simpson a break.
Well, we'll probably have some help here in a second. I think it's Wegerson.
So Norton brings it down.
Bounce pass. Norton did a good job of just forcing that back out to the point. Here's Dieters with a little bit of room. Too high off the glass. Rebound swatted to the near side and picked up by Wright City. They bring it up the floor. Back out to Shanuel. Now to Raines. Her shot rims out, no good. And the rebound picked up by Madeline Norton for Bowling Green. Ahead to Gracie Dieters. Dieters puts on the brakes. Passes near side. Nothing much there for Billings, so they'll reset. Norton to the near side now. Dieter's a three. That one a little too long, but the rebound pulled down on the far side by Morgan Billings. Almost stolen away, and they'll reset.
We were going to call that a pass because it bounced right off, almost like banking it out to Billings.
Free throw line for Gracie. That shot a little long, and the rebound again pulled down by Bowling Green. Up top, here's Norton for three. That one just off the mark. Put back, no good, and we're going to have a foul, and that'll send Kaylin Womack to the line.
I tell you what, Bowling Green did a great job underneath the basket getting those rebounds. They weren't letting Wright City in to take away their second chance opportunities, or as it was going second, third, fourth, and sometimes fifth opportunities, and it's going to pay off as we send Womack to the free throw line for two.
And not just the score even. I think the first 6 minutes of this one have been pretty evenly matched at all positions.
Yeah, first free throw shot's up and good. Bowling Green retakes the lead, 10-9, 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Simpson returns to the basketball game now for Wright City.
And that shot rims out, no good. Bowling Green will have to settle for a 1-point lead. The foul, I believe, was on Raines. This shot, about 8 foot's no good. Simpson in from outside to grab that rebound. Putback was no good, and here comes Bowling Green. Dieter's going to try and beat him up the floor. To the hoop and in.
Up and good. Another 2 for Gracie Dieter. Give her 5 on the night, and it extends that lead to the largest they've had of the night.
It's the morning.
Day. Yeah, you said it earlier, and I was like, oh, Mark, I got to remind you it's the morning. But, yeah, we're not used to doing games this early.
No. Shanuel to the far side. Pass too high for Caitlin Johnson out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Cats, and into the ball game comes Grace Twellman.
And Liv Niemeyer's returning as well.
Checking out Kinley Charlton and Morgan Billings. So this will be the first test, really, of the bench, with 2 of them in there at the same time to see if there's any drop-off for the Lady Cats after building a three-point lead. Over to the far side, here's Dieters. Back up top now for Womack. 2 Dieters, almost traveled, gets it back to Norton. Ooh. Big-time foul there.
And Jasmine Simpson's going to pick up a foul as Womack went to go, and she jumped up. Simpson did, and when she came down, Womack didn't go anywhere, so she came right down on her. Third team foul for Winfield, for Wright City.
The 5'9" freshman has some pop behind her hits there, doesn't she?
She does.
Off the inbound, an easy 2 for Kaylin. She's got 3 on the night. Bowling Green's lead jumps to 5. Their biggest lead so far in this ball game. Over to the far side, here's a 3, and that one's good. Ooh, that was smooth by Kelsey Capstick.
I think they still have the scoreboard wrong here, do they?
14-12, our score.
Oh, nope, they got it.
Near side, here's a 3 for Norton. It's offline, a little long. And on the rebound, there's a foul on the putback, and that'll send Kaylin back to the line.
And that is on Raines.
Her second. And the first shot is short. So she made her first, has now missed 2 in a row from the line. And checking out of the ball game is Jasmine Simpson.
No. They ran Raines out. Simpson had come over like she was coming out, and the coach said, no, you stay.
Yeah, you're probably going to play a full 4 quarters. Second shot is no good, and the rebound this time pulled down by Johnson for the Wildcats. Up the floor, good crossover. Gets her across the line. Move ahead, turnaround shot, and that one's good for Regerson. This game is tied, so the 5-point lead evaporates quickly with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bowling Green has it go off the foot of Dieters, a steal. Will they get a shot off? No urgency. Johnson gave up her dribble. They get it across the line finally. Here's Shanuel. Her shot's no good, and the rebound is a loose ball. We played 1 quarter, tied at 14. The Wright City Lady Wildcats, your Bowling Green Lady Cats, back with the second quarter from districts after this on Eagle 102.
District tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, American Family Insurance in Bowling Green, and Eisenbath Auto Supply.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
So look at the matchup. The freshmen lead the way on both sides. Gracie Dieters with 5, Jasmine Simpson with 6. And that's kind of how we thought it was going to be here to start this ball game. As that's one you're going to see in the EMO for 3+ more years.
Yeah, and I tell you what, she's got a great career ahead of her for the Wright City team. And I tell you what, hopefully they can continue to build players around her because she's going to be one that we're going to be keeping an eye on for sure.
With it is Shanuel. Emily across the line to start quarter number 2 here from Winfield High School, Class 3 District 8 tournament. And a good defensive play by Kinley Charlton to knock that one out of bounds.
So Bowling Green needs to be able to keep up this defensive momentum they have going here. And I tell you what, they've done a good job. Hopefully they don't tire out. We know illness is going around for everybody, and we don't know exactly how healthy everybody is. We just know that Briley Sparks is not.
Yeah, she didn't feel great yesterday. Woke up not feeling great today. Here's Shanuel with a shot off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Twellman. She'll hand it off to a fellow Grace, Gracie Dieters, who takes it across the line for the Lady Cats. Near side for Morgan Billings. Now to the wing and back up top. Almost stolen away. Center of the lane. That shot's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I was really hoping Kinley got it right there at the elbow. I was hoping she was going to turn around and drop it for 2, and she hesitated for a few moments, but then when she decided to take the shot, it was nothing but net.
It seems like if Bowling Green waits a second, Wright City can't stop themselves from moving defensively.
Yes.
And it's opened up 2 baskets, pretty easy baskets for Bowling Green so far. Minute gone here in the second.
And Wright City kind of killing a little bit of clock as they're waiting for their offense to set up.
Float a pass down, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bowling Green.
Madeline Norton checking back into the basketball game now for Bowling Green. She's going to come in for Dieters, give her a little bit of a breather.
Niemeyer's shirt tails have come out.
Don't tell. Referees haven't said anything.
Yep, not yet. Pass tipped. The Wright City still able to get it. It bounced off 2 Bowling Green players' chests.
And I really think, I'd have to double check, obviously, because I'm not 100% sure on the rules when it comes to the jerseys, but I know that the Bowling Green boys and girls don't seem to run into issues nearly as much with their shirt tails coming untucked, and I wonder if it's because of the way that they're made. Nope, made a liar at me, because maybe you're tucking it in.
All right.
Never mind.
Now the inbound pass after that foul was called on Morgan Billings. Each team with 3 fouls. Bowling Green with the steal of the inbound, and they're back on the offensive here in the second quarter. Minute and a half gone in the second. Bounce pass to the baseline and lost almost out of bounds, but picked up by Simpson. She's going to try and take it coast to coast. All the way to the hoop, past Twellman and in. She's got 8. We're tied at 16.
6:16 to go here in the half. We'll have your Southern Satellite Center halftime report for you coming up at the end of this quarter.
Twellman with it, bounce pass to Norton on the far side. Out of the wing into the baseline for Niemeyer. She kicks it all the way back out top to Kinley Charlton. Charlton dribbles to the center of the lane and scores.
Give her 6 on the night. Bowling Green retakes that 2-point lead.
Kinley Charlton puts Bowling Green back ahead by a pair.
And again, Wright City's been really doing this when they come down the offensive side of things. If they have the opportunity, they're kind of just hanging out up top, letting the offense fully set before they move.
Shanuel with it, gave up her dribble. Now the pass is knocked out on the far side. I think if Bowling Green could pressure Shanuel at the point, they could come up with some turnovers.
So Womack and Dieters returning for Twellman and Niemeyer for the Lady Cats.
Amelita inbound for Wright City on the far side. Shanuel finds an option and gets the ball in. They work against Dieters, now kick it back to Shanuel.
And really based on the defense that Bowling Green's running, they're they're basically making sure that there's one person that stays in the paint at all times for the most part to try and cut off Simpson.
There's Simpson getting the pass, and then it was blocked. And a big power play there by Kinley Charlton to rip it back away as Simpson tried to tie her up, but then the pass is to the wrong side of Morgan Billings, goes off her shoulder and out of bounds.
So Wright City will inbound the basketball right in front of the Gatorade cooler at the end of Wright City's bench.
Still a 2-point Bowling Green lead. Now 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Shanuel having trouble. They get it down into the corner for Simpson. Now back out to Emily. Turnaround three, a little long. Rebound taken by Wright City and then lost out of bounds. It's going to be Bowling Green ball with 4:48 to play in the first half.
Oh, Charlton will have the inbounding duty. She'll get it into Norton, who'll continue to bring it down and run the point for the Lady Cats.
Loose ponytail as she crosses the line. I had to mention the hair at some point tonight, right?
Yeah.
Into the corner for Kinley Charlton, back for Norton. Through the hands of Womack, and back the other way comes Simpson. She scoops it off the glass, and
she can do it.
Take that all night.
That's almost basically a hook shot there that she kissed it off the glass, put it through the hoop, and we're tied again at 18.
A lot of English to sneak it from that spot on the glass. Now another steal for Simpson, and Bowling Green needs to chase after those balls. She's grabbed two loose balls that Bowling Green had given up for out-of-bounds plays.
And Gracie Dieters smacks the arm of Simpson as she heads to the free throw line. We'll see if that pays off, because we're pretty certain that was headed through the hoop.
Yeah, you got to make her think about those at least. That's the first time Bowling Green has. Simpson stretching something out there.
Well, is she stretching out or is she winded? I mean, she's been running up and down that court pretty quick.
And her first shot, she pushes through with both hands, and Wright City pulls ahead.
Back to a 1-point lead. Wright City's never led by more than 2. Bowling Green's led by 3 in this contest.
As many as 5, actually.
Oh, yeah, right, as many as 5. Sorry, I was looking down at my wrong spot of my notes.
Second shot for Simpson. That one's long. She kind of shot puts it up there with both hands.
She does, and really, when you look at it, Dieters had the foul to give, and it ended up being a good one. She only got 1 instead of 2.
Here's Norton setting the offense. Bounce pass down to Niemeyer. She kicks it back out. And the pass taken away by Capstick.
That's the 5th turnover here in the quarter for the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats. They only had 3 last quarter.
They're becoming a little bit predictable with that inside out, and Wright City is keyed on it. To the near side. Dribbling out of the corner is Capstick. She'll kick it across the lane, and that one's in. That's Weiger's in with 4. And a 3-point lead for Wright City with 3:24 to play in the first half.
Norton again in control for the Lady Cats.
On top is Billings to the near side. Charlton's shot is good.
Man, she's in the zone today. Give her 8 here in the first half, and it's back to a 1-point game with Wright City on top by 1.
21-20, which is, we're nearing the final score of the first meeting between these two teams. And now a tip and a steal. Back the other way. Turnaround shot. And again, Charlton is good. She got blocked off from that layup attempt. Just spun around, found a little room, and hit a little 3-footer.
She did, and she puts Bowling Green back on top, 22-21. As we mentioned, the final score the last time they met was 23-22.
That shot long. Another rebound for Kinley. Boy, her strength is showing in this game. Dieters off the glass. Oh, that's pretty.
To the hole. That's her first 2 points here in the second quarter. And Wright City wants to take a timeout to talk about it. We'll do the same. 2:26 to go here in the first half. Bowling Green leads Wright City 24-21. You're listening to District Basketball Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of area district tournaments on Eagle 102, brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, and the Dairy Queen in Vandalia.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Twin Pike Family YMCA.
2:26 to play in the first half. 24-21. Bowling Green, who trailed just a moment ago, is up by 3. Big segment there for Kinley Charlton.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, I think this is kind of sort of what you and I expected in this matchup. We knew it was going to be back and forth, and we knew that some key players were going to have to step up and really take this game and put it on their shoulders.
Shanuel almost had her pass taken away by Charlton. They get it to Simpson. She dumps it off to the far side for Johnson. Pass across, and that shot's good. Shanuel. That was smooth.
That was it. Her shot's a little flatter than most, but I tell you what, whatever works and gets it through the hoop is all that counts.
Splashes it home from just inside 3. Here's Charlton to Twellman. Over to the far wing now for Norton. Back up top for Kinley Charlton. Near side for Kaylin Womack. And the shot is good again for Kinley Charlton.
She's got 12 in the half and back to a 3-point lead for the Cats. 26-23 with 1:40 to go here in the half.
Shanuel back the other way. To Capstick. Drops it off for Johnson. Now down for Simpson. Jasmine gets it back to Shanuel. Now they go to the far side for Capstick. Back to Emily Shanuel at the deep point. Simpson. They work a little bit of a weave. She lost the ball off her hand to Johnson. She may have left it there on purpose. Capstick with it.
We could have called it a smooth pass as she traveled.
Yeah. Jasmine has some long arms, and the ball was on her hand, and her feet started moving before she could get it all together. 26-23. Down to a minute to go in the half. Over to the far side for Twellman. Working against Capstick, gives it to Charlton to the near side now for Norton. Back up top for Grace Twellman. And another jump shot for Kinley Charlton. This one's long, a little more outside her range, and a foul sends Simpson to the floor. But that's just the 5th against the Lady Cats.
Unfortunately, it's the second for Liv Niemeyer. So Wright City will inbound the basketball and have to take it the length of the court here with 48 ticks to go in the first half.
Wright City's only committed 3 fouls here in the first half. We're in the final 45 seconds.
Really, it's been a pretty clean game, Mark, to be honest with you. Turnovers, we'll talk about those during the halftime show. But other than that, for the most part, it's been a fairly clean and fun game to watch.
Here's Shanuel coming out of the corner with a pass up top for Simpson. Near side Capstick. That's a 3, and it's good. We're tied at 26. Her second tray tonight. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Bowling Green going to play for that last shot and a chance for a halftime lead. Charlton kicks it out and around. Norton going to try the 3. It's long. Tried to go banking off the glass. Charlton down to 8 seconds. They'll kick it back out and reset to the near side. Here's Charlton again. That one's good.
Wow. I would venture to say this is probably one of the biggest quarters, if not halves, Kinley Charlton's had all season.
We played 2. We head to the break with Bowling Green up 28-26 on Wright City in this 4-5 matchup from the Class 3 District 8 tournament on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, through 2 quarters, it's been a pretty good matchup between Kinley Charlton and her strength and the size and speed of Jasmine Simpson, as both are already in double figures. Simpson has taken some opportunities that Bowling Green's kind of passed on the defensive end and taken them back for some pretty easy points. But after she was fouled by Dieters the last time, no more points after that, yeah, so maybe making her think.
And she looked a little winded there, but, you're talking about Simpson getting those points off turnovers. Bowling Green has 8 turnovers here in the first half, and a lot of those were just errant passes. Mm-hmm. And then Simpson seemed to be the right spot, or Bowling Green thought they were headed out of bounds, and instead of chasing down that loose basketball, Simpson followed it and got it, and why Bowling Green was kind of waiting to see if it went out of bounds. Now, Winfield, again, this is the trouble with me being in a gym. That's the team.
That says Winfield all over it?
Yeah, that says Winfield all over. Wright City has 6 turnovers, so they haven't been, completely, played, completely clean game here in the first half, but I don't feel like Bowling Green's getting the points off the turnovers as much as they are as kind of creating their own points in their half the court.
And we talked about it briefly in the pregame during the KJFM game. Bowling Green's passes need to be a lot more crisp and on target for that matter. A lot of them thrown to the backside of a player while they're moving up the floor, or just have a little too much air under them and are allowing Wright City to get underneath those passes and either tip them back the other way or completely take them back the other way. It's led to a lot of points so far for Wright City in a game that was a lot more open than the first time they met back in December.
And really, in the locker room, my hopes is to see if Craig Smith kind of changes up the offense just a little bit. We saw him, as you mentioned, in practice yesterday, working on a couple different things, and I think you touched on it here in the first half, where a couple of those plays are starting to become predictable, and that's where they're picking off a lot of those passes and things of that nature as well. So I'd like to see a little bit of a change up in the offense. Right now, Kinley Charlton's on a hot streak, and I keep saying keep feeding her the ball until she proves she's not.
And 14 points. We'll get to full scoring a little bit later on here at the half. But you said it. Not many halves have been as good as that one this season, not just for Kinley, but for anyone around the area. So 14 points to match and surpass Simpson on the other side. That's a driving force for Bowling Green right now. That's 50% of the 28 points they have on the board, and it's opened up the other girls to have some of that secondary scoring. And when Bowling Green has needed a point, number 22 has put it in so far for Bowling Green.
And the only one that we'll talk about during the scoring, too, is if Gracie Dieters can continue to heat up from behind that three-point line, that'd kind of make my Saturday. I don't know about you.
It'd be nice if Bowling Green can pull this mid-bracket matchup out and continue on in this Class 3 district tournament. We'll have full scoring as we continue the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
District tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Orff Construction Company, Betty Davis Insurance Agency, and Binoff Funeral Home.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
About 3.5 minutes to go before we start quarter number 3. 28-26, Bowling Green leads Wright City at the half, and let's take a look at the first half scoring.
Well, we already talked about Kinley Charlton has 14 points here in this matchup. She's followed by Gracie Dieters with 7. Kaylin Womack has 3. And then Morgan Billings and Liv Niemeyer have each contributed 2. Where they need to focus this half as well is on free throws. They're 1 for 4 from the charity stripe. As you mentioned, Simpson has 11 points so far this evening. Capstick with 6. Tell us how to pronounce Emily's name again.
Shanuel.
There you go. We'll make sure I got it right. Has 5, and then the other one that we know.
Wegerson.
Yes, yeah. She has 4. I chop these names up so bad, and I hate to do that for the girls. They are 2 for 4 from the free throw line today, this morning, whatever time it is.
It's 11:35, so we're still morning.
We're still morning.
All right. Both teams scored 14 in the first quarter. Bowling Green matched that in the second quarter to double their score to 28. Wright City with just 12 points in the second quarter as the teams start to come out of the locker room. Wright City first, Bowling Green yet to emerge on the far side for the second half of this ball game.
And let's go ahead and remind folks again, in case they're making their way down here, what other games are coming up immediately following this one here in the girls' bracket. It'll be number 1 Lutheran St. Charles taking on number 8 Christian. Then the 2 o'clock matchup, number 2 Herman facing number 7 Winfield. And rounding out the day today, number 3 Montgomery County facing number 6 North Callaway.
That's what's still to come here from Winfield High School, the Class 3 District 8 ladies opening round. Men will open up this tournament on Monday. And again, we'll have the first game on Monday as Bowling Green takes on Herman. It's a 3:30 tip-off, 3:15 pregame. And then after that, a full night of ladies opening round action from the Class 2 District 5 tournament at Clopton here on KJFM. And the Bowling Green Lady Cats come out of the locker room. We're just about ready for the third quarter. We'll take a break, come back with action after this on Eagle 102.
Coverage of area district tournaments on Eagle 102 brought to you by Sparks Heating and Air, PJ's Salon, and Knight Equipment Company. Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green. Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get-rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Vernon and Judy Brown are the owners and operators of Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Highway 61 in Silex. Brown's Smokehouse Meats also invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
Oh, and coming down 61, Browns had the smokers going this morning.
Yeah, they did. Saw that this morning. I was like, I bet they've got something good going on there.
8 minutes on the clock. Third quarter set to begin. Looks like it's going to be Bowling Green ball to start this second half this morning from Winfield High School, Class 3, District 8. Ladies opening round, this one far from decided as the Lady Cats up by 2 after 2.
And for Bowling Green, still Dieters, Billings, Niemeyer, Charlton, and Norton. And we'll pick up Wright City's here in just a moment. I about did it again.
And they'll come into the backcourt for Norton to start this second half. She crosses the Walgreens W at center court. Or is it the Washington Nationals W? They're very similar.
They are very similar.
To Norton. Now for Charlton.
Or maybe Walgreens and the Nationals copied off of Winfield.
I'm figuring out the timeline in my head, and both of those were around before Winfield started using this W.
Okay, you just ruined it for me. Thanks, Mark.
Dieters to the far side. Norton moves in. Wild shot off the glass. No good, and the rebound picked up by Simpson, and she'll dribble it up herself. to the near side for Capstick. Now for Shanuel. And it's taken from her, just like we said. Put a little pressure on that guard, and you can get some points, and Norton does right there.
Tell you what, that's quite the way to start off the second half as well. Extend that lead by 4. They've led by as many as 5.
Here's Johnson for the Wildcats. Making a little room over to the far side for Simpson. She puts on the brakes, now takes it back to the far point. That's Capstick back up top for Rains. And what do we have? A timeout taken by Wright City with 6:39 to go in the third. They didn't like what they were seeing to start this second half. 30-26, Bowling Green leads on Eagle 102.
District Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by China Cafe USA, Danny Orff Contracting, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Hogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
During the timeout, notice Kelsey Capstick for Wright City kind of rubbing her upper lip and nose.
She took that ball off the face, didn't she?
Well, I think she said she took a forearm up high. Long inbound pass off the fingertips of Simpson. She's able to get it back. Falling down, kind of scoops a shot up toward the basket, and they call a foul.
And they do call it. Liv Niemeyer's like, on me? Yes, unfortunately, Liv, that is on you, and that is your third foul here in this basketball game.
6:36 to play in the third quarter. We'll keep an eye out on that situation. Jasmine Simpson scoots up to the line, and her two-hand push this time is good.
And it looks like Liv's going to come out and take a seat as Kaylin Womack checks in the basketball game now.
And the second shot for Jasmine Simpson is up and good. It's unique and effective as she's hit 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Here's Madeline Norton for the Lady Cats to the near side. Now for Billings down low, and that pass goes through Womack and out of bounds. Back to Wright City. Turnover gives it to the Lady Wildcats. And they go ahead for Wegerson. Over to the far side. Good job blocking out that time, and what do we have?
We got a jump ball as Gracie Dieters came in from behind and ramped up that basketball. Possession arrow will stay with Wright City, but she did a great job of coming in behind and wrapping up the basketball, making sure not to make contact with the Wright City player.
Collective groan from the Wright City fans to our left.
Which I'm not sure why. They got the ball back.
You hate to waste an arrow when you're expecting a foul call, though.
That's true, but they didn't quite have the advantage we did.
And there's a big block. Oh, a foul instead called on Kinley Charlton.
Well, the good news is that's just her first.
Not quite 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. And to the line goes Abby Rains. Rains listed at 5'7". Slender build. She looks a little taller than that. Missed the first one. She is so far held without a point. Two-point Bowling Green lead. Second shot makes it a 1-point Lady Cat advantage. Madeline Norton slowly crosses the line. Coach Smith, all I could hear was go, 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 go. Back up top now for Dieters. To the near side for Kinley Charlton. Charlton hasn't opened up for a shot yet here in the second half. Oh, and they were looking for her there, and she was heading the other direction. Another turnover gives it back to Wright City with a chance to take the lead with 2. Back the other way quickly as Bowling Green was looking for defensive instructions. That shot no good. Rebound tipped around, and Bowling Green finally picks it up. And they'll get it to Dieters, who drops it off for Norton. Norton across the line, directing traffic, gives it to Gracie Dieters. Dieters turns, bounce pass back for Norton. Now for Dieters again, had time, takes it into the corner now, gets it back, kicks it out for Madeline Norton. Norton fakes the three, drops it down to the baseline to Morgan Billings, who puts it off the glass and in.
And I tell you what, definitely that worked for the Lady Cats, but I tell you what, Kinley Charlton was wide open here on the near side right in front of us. And they missed her several times. And she was trying to clapping and get their attention, but, it did work out. So they just need to look on this side. And it's kind of hard, when you have a bunch of arms flailing in your face, but got to look for those open players.
Up the floor, Madeline Norton charged with a blocking foul as the ball went out of bounds. And Wright City retains possession. 4:56 to go in the third. Bounce pass is tipped and taken, almost taken. Picked back up by Wright City. Tipped to the corner now. Wildcats still have it. Now a trip. Going to be called on.
Oh, they're going to tag Norton with another one.
I think it's Gracie Dieters.
Is it Gracie? Well, the way Norton was holding her head and shaking it, I assumed it was her.
Looked pretty incidental to me.
Yeah.
Gracie was firmly planted. Now a timeout taken by Bowling Green with 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Here from the opening round of the Class 3 District 8 tournament on Eagle 102.
Coverage of area district tournaments on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Spring Valley Accounting, McDingers, and Stephen R. Marriage, DDS, and his wonderful staff.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Orff Construction, and B&B Automotive.
32-29, Bowling Green leads here in the third quarter. Opening round of districts and a 5-second call. Oh, that's going to kill Wright City after a timeout to be hit with a 5-second on an inbound.
Yeah, any momentum they thought they had there after getting Dieters with her second foul is already gone.
Norton into the front court with it, bounce pass, gets it back, tries to push one to the near side. Charlton picks it up, put it back across, and there's two for Morgan Billings.
Give her 4 here in this quarter, and Bowling Green back matches their largest lead of the night.
Back the other way quickly. Near side, ball fake by Capstick. And Dieters goes to the floor and picks it up, and now a foul going to be whistled on Capstick.
That'll be her second.
Went into attack mode after that ball was stripped by the freshman.
What I say about Mighty Mouse before? Don't mess with them.
Cross the line. Here's Gracie with it. Takes it all the way down to Charlton, and she's fouled on the floor by Simpson. That's her second. 4:05 to play in the third quarter. 34-29 Bowling Green, trying to add to that advantage. Gracie comes all the way out to Madeline Norton at the near point. Back to Gracie again, far point. Now to the corner for Kinley Charlton. Charlton back out to Madeline Norton. And she'll take it between the circles for Bowling Green. Now a bounce pass for Gracie. Thought about three, kicks it back. So they continue to work motion in this offense. Billings gets it to Womack. Now to Dieters. Dieters crosses it to Kinley. Back out to Norton. From just inside three, misses everything, and it goes out of bounds back to the Wright City Lady Wildcats with 3:34 to play in the quarter. Third quarter here from Winfield. Capstick crosses the line, gets it to Simpson. Simpson has trouble, and will have to come back to Shanuel. Now a reach-in foul called on Madeline Norton as she was off to the races.
I was going to say, if she had gotten past that one, gotten away with that one, she was headed down to the other end for a layup, Mark.
Kind of hooked her with her arm as she tried to vault past. Shanuel to inbound right below us, and the pass is tipped by Charlton out of bounds. They'll have to try it again. 3:25 to go in the third, and getting ready to check back in is Grace Twellman.
And they're going to have her come in for Billings.
Morgan with 6 points has a seat on the bench. This time it's Raines to trigger. Gets it to Simpson. Simpson following Capstick around. Now gives it to Kelsey. Kelsey kicks it back to Simpson. Inside 3. That shot's no good, but a foul will send her back to the line.
And Womack will pick up her first foul as she went airborne to try and block the shot of Simpson, who decided, whoop, let's just wait till she comes back down.
34-29, Bowling Green. Jasmine is 3 of her first 4 from the free throw line. And her first shot this time is nothing but net.
Looks like Billings is going to check back in now for Norton.
So a different look, and that'll draw Gracie Dieters out to the point as they switch up assignments. Second shot.
Calling a lane violation.
Was no good anyway. Bowling Green gets the ball with 3:15 left on the clock.
Dieters now to run the point for the Lady Cats.
Has it in the center circle. Looked at Twellman. Now gives it to Grace. And her pass is taken away. Almost a travel there. And we're coming back up the floor, Wright City to the hoop. No. Rebound is pulled down by Dieters. Had all sorts of trouble getting around Womack that time. Scoop shot.
Nice.
That one's in for Gracie.
Tell you what, that was a nice athletic move. I commented on Simpson's weaving between defenders in the first half, and Dieters did it there in the second half, and both of them made it look easy. And it's the largest lead of the night for the Lady Cats at 6.
Shanuel had the ball now. It's Simpson over to the far side for number 10, Abby Raines. Raines, opened up. That shot too high off the glass, but Simpson comes out with it on the near side.
I tell you what, she's pulled a lot of those down this morning.
Ooh, Raines high off the glass for that one, and she's got 3 points.
Back to a 4-point game here. Lady Cats, Bobcats lead 36-32, 2:04 to go in the third.
6 minutes down here in this third quarter, and Dieters with it for Bowling Green. Gives up her dribble. Now that gives up the ball to Twellman. She dribbles out from the wing up top and hands it off to Morgan Billings. Billings back to Gracie Dieters. Billings holds her hands high, now gets the ball. Center of the lane for Charlton. Readjusts and is fouled as she goes up for the shot. 1:40 to play in the third, and heading to the line is Kinley Charlton for the first time tonight. She scored 14 points in the first half. Still looking for her first point here in the second half.
Well, Wright City did a nice job of making that adjustment to make sure for the most part she's pretty well covered. They're not going to give her any freebie shots. But when she can be at the charity stripe with the clock stopped, she's going to take advantage where she can. Norton re-enters the basketball game for Bowling Green as Dieters takes a seat.
37-32 after the first free throw went down for Kinley. The foul, by the way, was the third on Abby Raines. And left early did Bowling Green.
That's the second lane violation in our second trip to the free throw line here.
In the second half, yeah. Minute 40 left in this third quarter. Wright City gets it in. Trouble in the backcourt. Jasmine Simpson spins around a defender who ended up in the second row. Her shot's no good. Rebound is taken by Billings. And she quickly gets it off to Kinley Charlton. Norton will bring it up the floor for Bowling Green. Down to 1:22 to play in the quarter. Up top for Norton between the circles.
2-3 zone in place by Wright City here. And the final 1:10 to go in the third quarter.
Trying to get it to Womack, and Bowling Green just beat to that loose ball again. Minutes of play in the third. Simpson brings it up the floor to Shanuel. Now for number 11, Kelsey Capstick. Capstick guarded closely by Morgan Billings. Bounce pass to Simpson at the post. They kick it back through the lane. That shot's no good and out of bounds. And they say it's tipped out and will stay with Wright City. 49.1 seconds to go. That may have been a bit of a gift there after they didn't call a foul on the contact.
It may have been.
Shanuel to trigger the inbound play underneath the basket. To the near side for Capstick. Capstick's long two is no good. And the rebound this time pulled away by Kinley Charlton. So they've stopped her at one end, but Kinley having a great time rebounding at the other end for Bowling Green. Bounce pass to Dieters. To the near side. Shot put up and good. From about 12 foot out by Morgan Billings.
And I'll tell you what, Bowling Green's done a great job of taking advantage. If they're going to shut Kinley Charlton kind of sort of down, then they're going to get the points from Billings.
Now a foul after a Bowling Green steal. They never put the points on the board last time. Or did I just put them on the wrong side? I think they put them on the wrong side.
I think they put them on the wrong side.
And they'll come to the scorer's table now to report the foul and maybe get this straightened out.
All they need to do is ask us. We've got it.
There you go. They've figured it out. Now take two from the other side.
Yeah.
39-32.
Again, largest lead of the day, the morning, whatever it is for the Bobcats. At
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes, you think?
Then it's afternoon.
Yeah, and I'll still screw it up.
That's when you'll start saying morning.
That's when you're right. That is when I'll say morning. So we'll have a substitution in on this dead ball. They got the foul to who it needed to go to. They got the score straightened out, so we're all good.
It's Ellie Rodriguez into the ball game, number 15. And off the inbound play, shot's no good. Ball goes to the floor, and it's tied up. It's going to stay with the Lady Cats. That's a good tie up there. 4 seconds to go, but you got to get points. Or are we calling a foul now?
I'm not sure. We're going to have to ask Mr. Falloon what is going on here because I'm not sure anybody knows.
Another trip to the scorer's table with 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
I think we want to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
So Bowling Green ball underneath the basket, 4 seconds even on the clock. See if they can get a shot. Charlton, a little long on that one. Simpson the rebound. Ball goes to the floor, but the clock will run out. We'll head to the fourth quarter of this one with Bowling Green up 39-32. Opening round of the Class 3 District 8 tournament on KJFM.
District tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company in Vandalia, Wood Smoked Meats, and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Fourth quarter. Season on the line here as we start districts. 39-32. Bowling Green leads, outscored Wright City 11-6 in that third quarter, and that's a really good job. They only hit one shot from the field in that third stanza.
When I tell you what, Wright City did a good job of kind of sort of taking away the shot from Kinley Charlton, but Morgan Billings stepped up big there in the third. She knocked down 6 points in the third, and she had only had 2 in the first half, so she led all scoring there in the second half, in the third quarter.
It'll be Wright City ball to start the fourth as they trail by 7.
And whatever the issues they had going on there as they ended the third quarter, they're still explaining to everybody. So,
and a nice laugh between the official and Craig Smith as they make the final announcements to him. They come near side with a long inbound pass, and we're underway in the fourth. Simpson with it. Back between the circles to Kelsey Capstick. Over to the far side now for Abby Rains. Rains dribbles to the free throw line. Tries to sneak one down low, and it's taken away by Liv Niemeyer.
She said, no way. Not on my watch.
Maybe Wright City looking a little predictable now. Telegraphing things as the second half rolls on. Norton gives it into the corner for Kinley Charlton. Now back up top for Gracie Dieters. Billings over to Norton in the far corner. Back to Gracie at that GAC logo. She gets it down low, but unable to hit is Billings from high percentage territory. And here comes Simpson with the ball for Wright City. 50 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's a three. That one's offline, and the rebound knocked off one Lady Cat to another, and then we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Wright City.
They do. They call that on Rains, and that'll be her third.
I've got her for 4.
Nope, I
it is 4. Rains went to inbound the ball thinking that it was a foul against Bowling Green, so she still hasn't been informed that she has 4 fouls. They're trying to get a substitute ready. She had to put back on her shoe. Wegerson in the corner with it is Billings. Kicks it back out to Gracie Dieters. Dieters all the way down low to Norton. Back out to Charlton. And Kinley's shot from just inside 3 is good. Her first field goal of the second half.
Give her 17.
And now it's knocked out of bounds by Bowling Green. And into the ball game comes Wegerson.
Charlton having a big afternoon, morning, whatever it is here for the Lady Cats.
12:01. You're good.
I'm good. Okay. As they continue to expand their lead here.
Biggest of the night at 9 points. Wegerson to inbound. Steps into that pass and gets it to Simpson about 2 foot from her. She has trouble with it. Has to give up her dribble at center court. And they're able to continue. The pass tipped. Still trouble with it for Wright City. Wright City just having a heck of a time handling the ball right now because of this Bowling Green defense, and it's stolen. Norton finally comes up with a steal. She's ahead of the pack, having trouble getting control. Finds it, though, and puts it off the glass and in. Not the fast break points she was probably thinking about, but she was able to compose herself, score the basket, and force Wright City to take a timeout. Nearly 2 minutes into this fourth. 6:09 remaining in regulation. Bowling Green up by 11 on Eagle 102.
District tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Frankfurt Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Young Enterprises.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, it's good to see the Bowling Green Bobcat boys. They're not sitting in the proper section, but they are here.
Yeah, they're not sitting in their designated section, dang it.
But they are here cheering on the ladies varsity squad in the opening round of this Class 3 District 8 tournament. 43-32. Bowling Green's really opened things up here to start the fourth quarter, turning a 7-point lead into an 11-point lead over the first minute 51 of this final quarter.
And while we hate to speculate, should Bowling Green hold on to win this one, they'll probably more than likely face number 1 Lutheran St. Charles, and that'll be on Tuesday evening at 5:30.
And another tough test, as again, this is a pretty stacked district here at Winfield. Trouble for Wright City, and a steal by Charlton. Here comes Kinley to the hoop and in with the layup.
Hey, I wouldn't put it past her to be able to.
And now trouble on the inbound for Wright City. And Shanuel can't believe that they made that mistake.
I wouldn't be able to put it past Kinley Charlton to be able to dunk.
Some spring in her step.
I know her parents. She's got the DNA for it.
Bowling Green back-to-back possessions, almost a steal there. They get it to Norton in the near corner. She dribbles out from the wing to the center circle, over to the far side for Dieters, back to Madeline Norton. To the near side now for Billings. Morgan kicks it back again. Madeline Norton. Near side, Kinley Charlton from inside 3 is short. Norton the rebound, bounces it back, but it's stolen by Kelsey Capstick for Wright City.
And I have that as their first turnover here in the fourth quarter.
And Capstick takes it all the way to the hoop and puts it in. 8 points for Capstick. The lead back to 11 for Bowling Green. Here's Norton. Good crossover, finds some room, goes off the glass. Not enough English on that one, but Charlton got the rebound. Loose ball again. And again, Kinley grabs it for Bowling Green. They'll reset, maybe run a little clock here with 3 minutes gone in the fourth. Nope, they go right back down to the baseline. That shot blocked.
And she was looking for a foul.
Yes, she was. Here's the three, top of the key. Good. Oh, Gracie Dieters has 12. And that's a big-time three. Biggest lead of the night now, 14 points for the Lady Cats. Here's Simpson back the other way. She scoops and scores.
And I tell you what, smart heads-up play there by Liv Niemeyer just to let her go around and get the points and not risk getting another foul.
Norton in the backcourt with it as they step up pressure. Ball knocked away. No, stolen, but out of bounds is the defender for Wright City with 4:24 to play, and fresh troops coming in for Bowling Green. That was a tiring little spell there for the Lady Cats as they built things up. Checking out is Emma Wergersen. And set to inbound is Kayla Womack. She gets it to Dieters behind the center court stripe.
Tell you what, that big three there was a big momentum boost for the Lady Cats here with we're halfway through the fourth quarter.
That one goes through Womack's hands. Out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Wildcats with 4:12 on the clock. Hard pass. They got an extra tip on it. Yeah, Simpson, good job by the official in the near corner.
I tell you what, I think that she is the first female official I've had all season.
I've seen a couple of them, mostly in tournament play. But this crew's done a nice job. That shot, Dieters, off balance, scores.
Yeah, again, Adam Falloon's not giving us any room to poke fun at him.
Wright City going to have to step things up a little bit, and a double dribble called. Turnover called on Raines. Back to Bowling Green with 3:57 to play, and back in quickly. Quick spell for Madeline Norton and Kinley Charlton. Checking out their break, Billings and Dieters. So keeping them fresh here for the final couple of minutes. Down to 3:52 to play in the fourth quarter here from Winfield. Opening round of the Class 3 District 8 tournament, our 4-5 matchup. And this bracket has the 4 leading the 5 here in the final minutes. That shot no good, and the rebound pulled down by Capstick for the Wildcats. Wright City up the floor with Capstick. Crosses over, goes to the center of the lane. Scoops, no, but a foul will send Kelsey Capstick to the line, as she's been on 8 points for a while now.
Picking up her first foul is Grace Twellman.
.332 on the clock, 14-point Bowling Green lead, and Capstick's first shot is good.
Now the only real true downside of that foul is that is going to put Wright City in bonus, as it was the 16th foul for Bowling Green.
So the next one is 1-and-1s for the Wildcats. Second shot is good. She's just a good shooter.
She is.
Couple of threes in this ball game, and now 10 points on the scoreboard. That pass over everybody right to Simpson. Can't give him 3 points. Losing the handle as Jasmine goes to the floor. I don't know how she didn't travel to the baseline. That shot short, and the rebound pulled down by Twellman for Bowling Green. She hands it off to Madeline Norton with 3:15 on the clock. The lead is 12 for Bowling Green. Across the line is Norton. And Coach Craig Smith is
reliving his playing days as he is down.
Yeah, full body coaching. Womack across the lane to Charlton off the glass, and Kinley scores. 52-38. Bowling Green leads here with 2:45 left on the clock. Here's a three. Capstick offline that time. Simpson the rebound to keep the possession alive. Turns, can't score, but is fouled. This one's going to be on Liv Niemeyer, her fourth. 2:40 remaining, and Simpson's been pretty good from the line tonight. And if they could get a little closer with the clock stopped, it could be interesting. First shot, good. $17 points now for Jasmine. And the second is no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Womack. It's going to stay with Wright City with 2:38 to play. And that draws 2 Bowling Green players off the bench, Dieters and Billings, and they didn't get buzzed in, but Mr. Falloon said, come on in.
Falloon was waving at him.
So Niemeyer with 4 fouls checks out, as does Grace Twellman. 2:38. And Bowling Green hold on. They're up by a 52-39 score right now. That shot from the baseline, no good, and we're going to have a foul on Simpson.
Yep, that'll be her third.
As she went over the back. 2.5 to play.
And I have to chuckle because, Jim Ross was nice enough to point it out for all of us during the Eagle 102 Patriot that technically over the back isn't a call. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's the contact that's made, and I think kind of remind the fans of that a little bit as we head into district play here.
That shot no good for Bowling Green, and on the rebound, the foul called. Billings ended up on the floor. It's more of a description.
It is a description. But again, that's just reminding some of our area listeners as we head into this postseason play.
And the post Simpson there may have just gotten a foul for being too tall. This shot off the glass for Dieters is good. Quick work of that Wright City defense.
Largest lead of the afternoon now for Bobcats at 15.
Ball gets away. Simpson now playing with 4 fouls. Had to get away from that one, and a tie-up between Womack and number 12, Emma Wegersen.
Possession arrow does favor the Lady Bobcats with 2:04 to go in the basketball game.
54-39. Pass ahead, almost a travel. They get it to Kaylin, and her pass taken away by Capstick coming back. Good job defensively, and now a big shoulder there to block off the player from the sideline. Gracie Dieter's going to pick up her 3rd foul.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie. That was a really good thought attempt there by Womack. It's not like she was making a bad one. It's just that the defense of Wright City came in a little quicker than she thought, because if she had gotten that pass to split those defenders, Norton was going to have a nice layup.
Yep, maybe a little more zip next time. Just like Miracle Whip, right? And then the Capstick missed the front half. Here's Dieters, and she carries the ball. Gives it back again to Wright City, down by 15. Bowling Green trying to close this one out and continue on to Tuesday's semifinals. Simpson is fouled from behind, and that's the 4th on Gracie. 1:47 to play. And Jasmine Simpson to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
And this is one of those times, if I was talking to Gracie, it's I understand you're a freshman, but you're very smart when it comes to basketball. When you get in this late 4th quarter, you got to play a little more heads up there. You know that they're starting to call those very incidental contact fouls. You got to kind of stay away from them. I know she gets excited when she's going for those steals. Just got to be careful there, because your team truly needs you out there.
First shot earns the second for Jasmine Simpson. 54-39. Excuse me, 54-40. And the second shot is good as well. Twellman came in to replace Dieters. She has the ball right now in the backcourt. Having trouble with it. Gets it to Norton. Time running out. They get across the line. Just in the nick of time. Now Twellman with it on a pass from Madeline Norton. Bounce pass to Norton. Now to Charlton. Charlton's 15-footer's no good. Put back, though. No good again. Rebound knocked to the far side and taken away by Abby Raines for Wright City. Raines stops, pops, high off the glass, can't get it to fall, and the rebound pulled down by Charlton for the Lady Cats. Here comes Norton up the floor for Bowling Green. To Twellman. We're under a minute 5 left in this ball game. Norton, and foul whistled against Capstick. And a 1-and-1 coming for Norton. That one I thought could have gone either way as Madeline threw out that forearm again. 1 minute even on the clock. Looks like Bowling Green is going to advance. First shot, no good for Madeline Norton. And here comes Wright City up the floor. Simpson has the ball stripped and taken away. Billings got the strip, Tolman got the takeaway, and Norton backs up. 45 seconds and a foul, and that's it for Jasmine Simpson. She fouls out with 44.3 seconds to go.
And just like I said with Gracie, again, you are a young player. You have a lot of talent. You seem to know your game very well. Those are just those freshman things that are kind of come to you. And the quicker you learn them, the more you're going to get to stay out there. And, you know, when you're a key player, much like Gracie is for them, your team needs you out there. And that's something to work on next season.
She's got 3 more years. This shot no good by Norton. Down to 40 seconds left in this ball game. Bowling Green up 54-41, and another foul stops the clock. This one against the Lady Bobcats. And that's the second on Morgan Billings. And it sends number 10, Abby Raines, to the line to shoot 2 this time. Double bonus. First shot's good. 54-42. And the second shot is up and no good. The rebound pulled down by Kinley Charlton. And Dieters slows down as she crosses the line. She's fouled by Capstick. That's her 4th.
And I only chuckle because for a moment there, it kind of looked like Gracie's like, let me just kind of stop here and see if she runs into me. And she did.
That's a pretty good play if you can fool them into
jumping on you.
Exactly. Gracie at the line for the first time tonight. And she's long with the first one, but gets her own rebound on the far side, but it's out of bounds.
So close to saving it.
16 points for Dieters in this ball game. 27.4 seconds to go. Let them go.
No fouls.
That shot no good. Rebound fought for, down to 20 seconds. To the near side off the glass and good for Capstick. She's got a dozen points. And a timeout taken by Wright City. 17.1 seconds remaining in this opening round game from the Class 3 District 8 tournament on Eagle 102.
Coverage of area district tournaments on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Center Locker Service, County Market in Vandalia, and Advanced Eye Care.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
In this game, Marianne, Bowling Green is just 2 of 5. Or 2 of 9 from the line.
Yeah.
2 of 9. 1 for 5 here in the second half. 1 for 4 in the first half. On the cross side, 10 of 15 are Wright City in the second half of this ball game, shooting free throws.
I don't want to tell Coach Craig Smith how to coach, but you might consider having your girls at the free throw line on Monday.
Well, it's hard to get hot when you just don't have that many opportunities, and Bowling Green hasn't in this game. Here's Dieters down to 15 seconds.
That's right, girls.
Kinley Charlton now to Dieters as they pass away from fouls at this point. We're down to 6 seconds. Niemeyer, center of the lane. They work it down low to Billings off the glass and good, and that's going to be it. 10 points for Billings as Bowling Green wins this one 56-42 in the opening round of this Class 3 District 8 tournament. High fives on both sides. A good game played by both of these teams, and we'll talk about it in the postgame show next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
The staff at Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice are your neighbors. Here are just a few of the programs they have to offer. Baby Basics, breastfeeding peer counseling, natural nurses, car seat safety, farm safety for kids, maternal and child health, safe sitter courses, and WIC, plus much more. Pike County Health Department is a not-for-profit organization as it is funded by tax dollars. So when you use their services, you're putting your tax dollars to work. To keep up to date, be sure to like them on Facebook. Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, located in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
A good four quarters put together by Bowling Green tonight as they beat Wright City 56-42 and is our final 17-10. Bowling Green outscored Wright City over the final 8 minutes, and that's a big key to a nice win here for Coach Craig Smith's team. There's things to work on, free throw shooting. They need to work on that over the next couple days, but I like the start to this tournament for the number 4 seed Lady Cats.
You know, and they're going to need that momentum as they're going to run in and face a really tough, more than likely Lutheran St. Charles team on Tuesday night. And you know, I think probably the big things to take away here is the number of players that ended up in double figures for the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats tonight. That's probably something we haven't seen a lot of all season, and especially Kinley Charlton. And we'll talk about that, of course, when we run down stats. But this was probably, I feel, it's probably one of her biggest games ever.
And especially this season as, you know, she kind of morphed into a new role this year with all the scoring that left after last season to graduation. She kind of had a tough transition into that more predominant role, and tonight she took that role and ran with it and was able to hit inside or outside. That mid-range jumper was very good for her when that dried up as far as opportunities went, because she never really stopped missing shots. She moved in and was able to hit the 3 to 5 footers, and then even step just inside the 3-point line and hit for 2 from there. So inside, outside, mid-range, it didn't matter tonight. Kinley Charlton was great offensively and probably even better defensively for Bowling Green.
Absolutely. I tell you what, and what I really liked about the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats this afternoon was when one person, and we'll say that one person really was Kinley Charlton, because she had 14 in the first half. When Wright City kind of sort of shut her down in the second half, or made it more difficult. I can't say they shut her down. They made it more difficult for her to score. Morgan Billings stepped up, and she ended up in double figures tonight, and that was something we haven't seen a lot of this season. We've seen her obviously get in on the plays and do some things of that nature, but I hadn't seen these numbers from her.
And with them doubling or trying to fill the space of Charlton, not only did Billings put together a good second half, but Gracie Dieters really shined as that third quarter turned into the fourth. She picked up her 4th foul late, but she was still in the ball game when the final horn sounded, as no Bowling Green players fouled out. And once Simpson was gone, there was a lot more space out there for Bowling Green.
There was. We'll talk about more about scoring coming up as we continue the Abel's postgame show here on Eagle 102.
District tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, American Family Insurance in Bowling Green, and Eisenbath Auto Supply. Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/getrewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road. Bowling Green Insurance Agency can assist in all the insurance coverage you may need. With the proper insurance coverage, you can stop sweating the small stuff and enjoy life. Bowling Green Insurance Agency is one of the leading insurance agencies in the Pike County area. Give them a chance and they'll prove it. Call Fred Carlson and get a quote. Bowling Green Insurance Agency. If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. They'll be there for you when the sun comes up.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
Our final in this one, 56-42. Bowling Green advances to the semifinals of the Class 3 District 8 tournament here at Winfield with a nice victory over the Wright City Lady Wildcats, the 5 seed, as Bowling Green, the 4 seed, moves on. Let's take a look at final scoring numbers for this one, Marianne.
All right, as we mentioned before, Kinley Charlton led all players tonight. She had 21 points on the morning/afternoon, followed in there by Gracie Dieters with 16 points, Morgan Billings with 10, then Madeline Norton added 4, and Kaylin Womack with 3. Liv Niemeyer got in the scorebooks with 2. Unfortunately, as we talked about, Mark, Lady Cats were only 2 for 9 from the charity stripe. Ended the game with right around 18 turnovers, so I'm sure it's something Coach Craig Smith's going to be looking at.
Those are the things to clean up before facing a higher seed in the semifinals for sure.
And leading the way for Wright City, it was no shock as Jasmine Simpson, she had 19 points. Kelsey Campstick with 12. Then Abby Raines and Wergersen?
Wergersen.
Yeah, they each had 4, and
Shanuel
5. I was looking down as they were nice enough to give us the pronunciations.
I think that was Mom.
Yeah, they were 12 and 19 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, they had a lot of opportunities.
They did a really good job shooting free throws tonight. Had 15 turnovers, so it was about the same between the two. But you know what? Both teams played extremely hard. They both got up and down the court really well. For the most part, it's a pretty clean game. Only one person fouled out, I believe, and that was Simpson. But I tell you what, Wright City is going into next season.
Look out.
Looking pretty good already.
Yeah, look out for Simpson and the returning players for the Lady Wildcats. I think there's going to be more, I guess, competition at the top of the EMO next year. So the rest of the schools better continue to grow as well.
That's right.
And it could be, a 4 or 5 team race for EMO championship next season. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
Crazy. Yep. So that's going to take care of it. Still 3 more games here this afternoon. We'll continue to update the Eagle 102 scoreboard as we move through the day and get those finals for you. And, of course, we'll find all that information on the brackets page by going to KJFM Eagle102.net, clicking on the tower on the left-hand side that features the Michelin logo, and it has links to the brackets, and I'm sure those will be updated as well.
We'll be back with more basketball Monday afternoon, 3:15 pregame ahead of Bowling Green and Herman here from Winfield, Class 3 District 8 boys opening round. And then after that, we'll head to the ladies opening round from the Class 2 District 5 tournament at Clopton. All our teams in that tournament will be in action on Monday as well. And you can hear the most area coverage right here on KJFM. Again, starting with the pregame show at 3:15 on Monday here on KJFM Radio. That'll wrap it up for Marianne Eberhardt, Mark Froelich saying we'll see you Monday right here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Basketball on Eagle 102. Join KJFM Radio all season long as the area's best teams square off with play-by-play and commentary by Eagle 102 sportscasters. Tune in to 102.1 or listen online at KJFM Eagle102.net. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
From the KJFM